anyone tell me what will happen in the next 10 years or so? These questions kept recurring in my head. So perhaps a glimpse of the future would suffice my feelings of uncertainty. Then I started to walk on the school's covered walk. When I reached the so-called stairway to heaven, if you will, I passed by the library. A strange feeling crept over me, as if there's a voice telling me to get inside. And I did. It was quiet, and only a handful of students hanging around. I sat on a chair, uncertain on what to do. I felt the environment around me grew dim, and I felt a heavy weight on top of my head. So I closed my eyes, hoping that this eerie feeling disappears. Then, I heard Ma'am Leslie's voice calling my name. So I went outside and saw all my classmates wearing formal dresses. Before I could begin to ask why, Mr. Consol escorted me hurriedly to step on an open back Land Cruiser. The parade will start soon, Mr. Consol said, as he hurriedly left. Parade? Before I could even begin to ask the second question, the vehicle started to roar, and eventually we were moving. Though we were not beauty titleists, I was so amazed to see these people I'm not familiar with were so happy to see us in the parade. Then it hit me. A poster larger than life was hanging at the entrance of our beloved alma mater. It said in a proud text and font, "Congratulations, batch 2012 to 2013, for getting 100% passing score of the licensure examination for teachers. The whole SLSU-TO family is so proud of you." Upon reading this, I was not able to utter a single word. My heart can't bear the happiness it contained. There's more. Another poster was hanging exultingly and confidently dancing in the wind. I can't imagine something so successful be followed by another triumphant event. What could it be? I asked myself. The answer bears itself as I read what's on the poster. Congratulations to Teresa Pere and Mary Jean Balagon for not just passing the LET, but for ranking as top 4 and top 5 respectively. Oh my, our batch has earned its top-ranking teachers. Everyone was in a total bliss. So after the grand celebration, I never felt so tired in my life. So I threw myself in bed, wearing a smile on my face, imagining how reality can be so satisfying than a dream. When I woke up, I felt the urge to get up and hurriedly prepare myself for an event God knows what. I had my breakfast and I was wearing a sophisticated formal dress. Then I went outside the house towards my car. Oh my, I have a car, and I know how to drive. So in this case, my mind is just following what my body is doing. I just let my hands and my feet do their job without my head knowing why. I arrived at a huge building. As I see people with college uniform, I can only assume that I worked in a famous university. When I enter the school's premises, I pay attention to the offices and classrooms as I pass by the corridors. I saw a classroom that has a door embedded. Kaluyug Rosel, Master Teacher 3, mounted on the door. Then another classroom had Dr. Julie Ann Upusa, Head Teacher 3, and there is Julie Ann, teaching a bunch of high school students so happily. At the end of the hallway, there is this office of the principal. When I take a look inside the room, I can see Jenilyn Apia. She has now become the high school principal of that university. When she saw me, she let me in. According to her, a handful of our previous classmates are under her management, such as Hansel, Shallow, Carmela, Maricel, Junalyn, Genevieve, Tatiana, Reyna Isame, Victoria, Rogeline, Jason, Marivic, and Griselda. These teachers are teaching happily in the university. Diana is the school director, and she made the university the way that it is now. Together with her teachers and management team, Geraldine Lucina, Irish Mendoza, Mylene Macaldo, and Nicolas Ernesto, the university has become prestigious and known for its quality training. At one entrance of the lobby, there very huge conference room. I went inside and saw this huge audience of professional-looking people with different races. And the person speaking in front was Shanette Ortega. Shanette, she used to be so shy and her voice usually shaked when Mr. Consolo is assigning her for an invocation. But now, look at her, so confident and so intelligent. There are also panels sitting on the stage backing up Shanette, probably in case someone asks a question. They are so familiar to me as well. Richie is sitting on the first chair, followed by Sema, Jersley Jen, Almarie, Emily, Risa, Marilo, Shello, Rona, Rinalyn, Mary Jean, Jennifer, and Ninya. I look at the big LCD screen. It says the cure for autism. Oh, so they have conceptualized the new approach to education to cure autism. And they are currently defending their discovery to the academe, with each audience representing a country. They have formulated a breakthrough that can change the world. I couldn't be more proud of them. And then my feet led me to an escalator. I suddenly remembered the old stairway to heaven back in my previous college, and it made me smile. On the second floor, an office door caught my attention. Its door mounted head of the National Education and Research Center. I was curious who this was, so I knocked and opened the door. And the person who seated in a chair full of authority was Giselle Velasco. We greeted and chatted a bit. During our talk, a person enters the office with a huge smile, and this smile belongs to Soyin Una. She is now a proud head of Educational Development Implementing Task Force. Who would have thought that a shy Soyin would be this successful in her career? We had a great time until I bid them goodbye. I strolled along the aisles of the university when I felt that I had the office I'm looking for. I didn't know what to expect and what's waiting for me inside the office. I pushed the door. Thankfully, it was not locked. The person waiting for me was Jonalyn Umpoy. On her table stands a desk plate that says, Dep Ed Secretary. Wow! I was shocked by this revelation. I couldn't be more happier. She had a very big smile on her face while she gestured for me to sit. Our conversation lasted for hours. She informed that I was given an invitation to study at Harvard University for my doctoral degree. I was so ecstatic I jumped on my seat. She informed me that my flight will be on the next day. It was evening again, and I can't believe all the revelations I had this day. I was thinking of the other classmates I had. Are they successful in the academe, or are they successful in a different field? Well, I have this feeling that I will find out soon enough. Again, I let my eyes rest. The airport was so busy. There were a lot of people with various nationalities. I have to fly to catch up with Harvard University's enrollment for the doctoral degree. I'm so overwhelmed that finally I get to study to a preeminent university. I was about to present my ticket to the teller. I struggled to find the ticket in my bag and in my wallet. Unfortunately, it seemed I'd forgotten that very important piece of paper. I felt so hopeless. When a person approached the teller and told her that I can have my plane schedule, I was so happy and I wondered who this person is. When I faced him, it turned out that he is the Arsenio Hinay, the owner of a renowned and famous Hinay Aviation Company, which have hundreds of airplanes flying around the world. Together with one of his pilots, Vincent Christian Sala, who is also known for his unflawed maneuver of airplanes. As we chatted along the way, I found out that he also teaches how to maneuver planes in a professional pilot training institution. I thank them with all my heart. As I enjoy the luxury of the cabin crew, I happened to bump to one of the passengers. She was wearing a very sophisticated professional attire. She was busy picking up her documents. When her face met mine, I was shocked to see Ate Ellen Papayamson. She is now the owner of a very popular international school, and she is on her way to the US of A to expand a branch of her school. I am so proud of her. And during the flight, a stewardess offered me food. When I looked at her, I saw Gracie Pauline Navos smiling with her cute little dimples. She is now the head stewardess of the Hinay Aviation Company, and she teaches and manages a renowned stewardess training center. When the plane landed, I was astonished to see buildings almost reaching the sky. Then I saw an unfinished building. On the blueprint, I saw Professor/Engineer Rex Barola. Together with his architect, Ivan Marie Antonet. They were both professors of a famous university in Massachusetts. At the same time, they were engaged in out-of-field related work. I finally found the hotel I would be staying for the time being. The name of the hotel struck me. It was Jubilee Javis Hotel and Spa. The luxury of the hotel has taken me aback. With all its humongous and classy construction, and the people inside were apparently rich. I saw a couple of Hollywood actors and actresses. They were also famous in the music industry. Then, a familiar face was heading towards me. Oh my, the person approaching is Tyra Banks. I was dumbfounded and starstruck as she passed by. Then, following her was a more familiar face. And oh, holy mother of God, this is Janelle Nablia, dressed in a casual but luxurious dress with all the glamour and the beauty you could ever imagine. He approached me and we had a little talk. I can't imagine him being with Tyra Banks in her famous reality modeling search, America's Next Top Model. Then, when I finished organizing my things, I felt hungry. I went inside to look for a place to eat. I had a few steps after I saw a prestigious-looking restaurant. I went inside to pee. I was so shocked to see my good friend Jennifer out there. I approached her and we had a little talk. I found out that she owned the restaurant with a few of her investors, Rosetta Acedo, Ethel Alo, Elvira Zamora, and Marvin Avergonzado. I am so glad to know that their business has become a major hit in the European countries, especially in France. She also told me that some of the people I know in the BSBA department were in charge of the marketing management of the worldly renowned restaurant, namely Janet Patas, Rodina Beloy, Roland Dolino, Chodoro Polvadora, and Irma. These names sound like the alumni of SLSU-TO. After I had a wonderful and classy dining with Jennifer, I felt like I wanted to stroll outside the proud city of Massachusetts. I saw a huge auditorium with lots of people in their classy dresses. I felt the need to feed my curiosity again. I went inside to pee. Unfortunately, a bouncer hindered the entrance. I didn't have the ticket for the event. I was pushing my luck when a woman from inside gestured the bouncer to let me in. The bouncer immediately obeyed the not-so-tall woman. I wondered who it was. When I entered the humongous Coliseum, the face of Irene LaRocca was the first face I saw. And my jaw dropped when I saw her face beautifully covered with makeup, which is very shocking because way back in college, she's like allergic to lipstick. And her attire was just so astonishing. I really couldn't believe my eyes. She told me that she owns a legendary school located in New York. She hired all her classmates who took up general education as their major. These are Mary Ann Anadon, Redalyn Matabalani, Noemi Beloy, Jo Marie Berigil, Geneva and Roulette Bitonio, Mary Jane Bonote, Gina Bugnos, Gladys Marie Cadano, Loni Camacho, Maribel Alida, Glenda Dipa, Karen Esperancilia, Ronalisa Lisulga, Rodelyn Gonzalez, Josephine Pezon, Diane Lagunda, Jovan Rex Lotana, Rinalyn Lara, Wilry Libios, Neil Libatiki, Merathor Libaton, Melody Mikey, this is a lot, Liani K. Manao, Mangaro Rodolfo, Lillian Mata, Benvenido Mibolos, Cherry Pacha, Merlin Pigar, Rodel Piquiro, Jennifer Perez, Regiprel Petroporta, Rosemary Pia, Mary Grace Rames, Maria Joyce Ranke, Sheila Marie Vitulia, Vanessa Valerie Rocador, Cecilia Sabihon, Juby Sombrado, Lucy Tinkoy, Richelle Vasquez, Jubilin Yi, Jimalin Yepes, and lastly, Renalyn Ito. These teachers are all residing in New York and currently enjoying the benefits of the U.S. government. Irene also told me that Juban Rex and Mona Lisa tied the knot last year. And they are currently expecting a baby. Ritalin and Benvenido, on the other hand, are still currently on the process of identifying their feelings and emotions towards each other. Well, sounds like a good love team to me. So Eileen led me to the VIP seats. I was just down below the stage. I didn't know what I was going to watch. The light in the whole auditorium went out in a split second. I couldn't see a single thing. Then one spotlight lit one spot on the stage. Then a woman very exotic and sexy is facing her back at the audience. When she turned to face us, to my great surprise, she is Evangeline Arbion. The very strict and straightforward classmate has become a performer, a pop star, a female rock star. This is just so unbelievable. And who is this? Raimundo Gaviola and Janine dancing so ever gracefully on the stage with Evangeline. And we sing side by side while making love. This is just so surreal. After the breathtaking performance, girls, or more like goddesses, appeared from the backstage. They have perfect bodies and perfect faces. They owned and devoured the catwalk. With their body laces that speak so proudly of the countries they represent. Wait, am I watching Miss Universe? Yes, I am. Then a very familiar-looking contestant caught my attention. My eyes are locked on her. When she got near me, I immediately recognized her. She is a very good friend of mine, Gretel Vega, representing the Philippines in the Miss Universe pageant. I just can't describe the pride I felt when she confidently walked on that stage and impressed everyone with her beauty. With God's grace, our very own Gretel won the crown and reigned as Miss Universe. Then the upbeat of the performance was intensified by the huge LCD screen at the back and the lights that seemed to be dancing with the music. After the show, the names of the people that are behind the very successful event were displayed on the huge screen. One post caught my attention. The company that handles the light and the LCD was named SLSU-TO's BSBAs. When Irene noticed that I was thinking something, she said that the company is a multi-million company and its products are distributed all around the world with the best quality and reliability. The president of the company was a graduate of our alma mater, Kevin Kennedy Gatsby, a world-renowned business tycoon. Together with the rest of his team, Christina Riol, the vice president of strategic planning and management, along with her subordinates, Rachel Esmer, Carolina, Rosalie, Christine Jules, Juneza, and Polina, who had greatly empowered the names of the business industry. Daget Brunel was also working for Kevin's company as the director of the business solutions with his competitive subordinates, Rana, Nina, Donessa, Maria Loida, Francisco, Jehiel, and Magalin. After the pageant, I pushed my luck to visit backstage to personally congratulate Gretel. On my way, I met a very familiar person. Though he changed a lot, I can still recognize him from afar. Ever Helios is currently approaching me. I hugged him. He told me he replaced Donald Trump as head producer of Miss Universe. Along with Raimundo and Janine, he choreographed the presentation. Boy, he is now a big catch. He's also the head choreographer of Jennifer Lopez, Britney Spears, and Rihanna. He truly made use of the learnings he got from his major, and it served him well. I bid goodbye to all the classmates I saw and met in the Coliseum. I went back to my room in the hotel. I was so exhausted. When I saw my bed, I automatically surrendered myself. So overwhelmed because there were so many classmates I saw, and seeing them living their dream and on the verge of success was so satisfying. Then I closed my eyes. 7:30 in the morning, I arrived at my dream university. I still couldn't believe how happy I am to be stepping on Harvard's grounds. When I went inside, I asked for information. One student from Germany told me to use the computer at the entrance. He told me I can find every question I have, or every answer to the question I have. So I proceeded to the computer. There was a retina scan and a voice scanner. Wow, this is so advanced, I thought. The system This technology is so sophisticated. Then I saw the company's name Apple encrypted at the back of the computer. Then at the lower part, I saw the names of the programmers. Maria Lira Abando, Juan Abria, Angie Bacao as the head programmer, Ana Hugo, Ira Rizal Combate, Christine Dumanho, Gustavo Historias, Jonathan Gabrilio, Ramoncito Gallo, Pauline Godinez, Alma Labastida, Jolimea Murto, Meljon Milano, Marifel Mindahao, Francis Nisa, Rena Pavo, Jeff Pelaez, and Jessica Becerra. Man, these people are all products of my school. They have become competent programmers offering the latest software to huge departments in the States. This is so awesome. After I had a great time with the entrance computer, I went to the business department to meet one of my professors. I entered the main office. There's this huge organizational chart of human resource development and management department. Then I saw Jeffrey Ball's picture as the interim superintendent. Lester Galisco as the area superintendent human resources. Nathaniel Abueva as the policy and procedure specialist with his subordinates. Berlin Kapalitan, Nida Katubig, Romy Rose Katigan, Karen Nagaas, Maria Cecile Mitaran, and Joril May Pileser. Lizelle Saludis is the classified personal administrator with her team. Ana Marie Cormento, Joan Mananza, Erich Sarmiento, Maria Alma Sorono, Rialyn Turante, and Gwendolyn Villamor. SLSU-TO BSBA graduates are making it to the top. Leslie Siona is the director of the whole department in Harvard, and she's doing a pretty good job. Then a person called my attention. Her sound is really familiar. When I turned my back to see her, quite familiar indeed. She is Hannah Balisteo. She was shocked to see me too. We chatted and found out that she is my professor in linguistics. She is now a prominent professor in Harvard, and she is going to be my mentor. How amazing is that? After we discussed personal and school matters, I went outside to stroll a little bit of the university. I met Laurelyn and Claire. They are also prominent professors in the university. It's good to know that there are a lot of people I know in this not-so-known environment. I felt hungry, so I went to the canteen to eat. While I was eating my lunch, I saw a TV news from the Philippines. It's election time. The campaign started a few months ago, and today is the judgment day for all candidates. Everyone in the Philippines is anxious to know who the next president of the Philippines is. I was so terribly shocked when I saw someone very familiar on TV. He's not just a bystander, but he is the candidate for a Philippine president. Wow, I can't believe my eyes. Kuya Miguel is living his dream. He is currently living his dream to the highest extent. Then someone I know is speaking in behalf of Kuya Miguel, and he is Gilbert Kilikon. He seems to be the campaign manager of Kuya Miguel. I can tell that he really believes in his president's reforms and capability. Along with Gilbert are Emelina Lupo, Maribeth Buda, Georgette Princess Gulas, Myrna Rempena, Jennifer Verano, Milcy D, Roxanne Meke, Jonalyn Murilia, Janet Marquez, Angeline Canyon, Otto Von Cortejos, Ernesto Bulik, and Eleuterio Suarez, and Amorlani Bonais. Each of them is bringing a postcard that proudly says, "Vote for Miguel Quezon." I was so overwhelmed by how strong they support Kuya Miguel. Unfortunately, Kuya Miguel's votes were not enough to let him win the presidency. But I know that this will not stop Kuya Miguel from reaching his ultimate dream. And I felt someone shaking, and I feel someone shaking my shoulder right now. When I turned to see who, I saw the librarian waking me up. The library will close soon. I need to go. It was all a dream. So I brought my bag and went out of the library. Now I can see my classmates wearing school uniform, chatting, doing assignments, and studying for a quiz. I smiled. It was a dream because I was sleeping, but it will become a reality when we are all awake to realize this dream. Remember that we have a goal to seek, and a dream to build. My beloved batch, remember that the main function of a prophecy is not to predict the future, but to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, a gorgeous evening to everyone.